We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Batman Gargoyle of Gotham Book 1. This is a 4-part miniseries under DC Comics' Black Label imprint, so it's not official continuity, it's just sort of a side adventure that may or may not be part of continuity. This was written and drawn by Rafael Grampa, colors by Matheus Lopes, letters by John Workman, cover by Rafael Grampa, edited by Andrea Shea, group editor Chris Conroy. The cover is not that inspiring. It's a cool picture, but it's very simplistic. There's no backgrounds of any kind. It's just Batman hanging out on a ledge. It's very, very, very simplistic. So there's not much to really inspire you to spend $7 on this, other than the fact that it's in perfect binding. Now, perfect binding is a really good selling point for me these days, because with the regular issue being $5, I'd rather get nicer format with more pages for another dollar or two. So this appears to take place fairly early on in Batman's career. He goes to rescue some homeless people that are forced to make TNT, but things go horribly wrong, and there's some psychopath who sits around watching really weird cartoons and crying, who is just going on a murder spree. And it turns out that there are some wealthy people being murdered as well, and Batman has to deal with two different cases. One with this psychopath who is much more brute force, and then this other killing which is much more precise and leaves his victims naked. So when a fourth body turns up, Batman has to investigate that as well. And apparently the pattern of stab wounds by an unidentified weapon appears to correlate with a 30-year-old case. And somehow the two are connected because Batman found TNT residue on the third victim's hands that somehow ties in chemically to this other warehouse explosion that he may have kind of contributed to the cause of. And this weird cartoon called Crytoon, just sort of a crybolly analogy, is somehow related. There's also some homeless advocate lady that keeps saying the unhoused with a lot of buzzwords and way too familiar talking points. That the working class is being oppressed by the rich. Very standard issue commie talking points that are kind of thrown in here for some reason. It's not real clear what her role in this is, but Batman is also planning to eliminate the Bruce Wayne identity, and Alfred's trying to talk him out of it. And apparently Bruce Wayne may have some kind of connection to the person that was visiting the 30-year-old murder victim. And Alfred does go undercover in this issue. There's a lot that happens, a lot of action. Batman gets his butt kicked a lot in this one, mostly by this one guy with constant flow of tears and a hammer. But I have to say, it was a really solid story. Story is very, very interesting. There's a few parts that kind of annoyed me, mostly this lady talking these really overt political talking points, but pretty minor part of the book, hopefully. And overall, I would have to say the artist is very talented. It's not a style that I like. I don't think that this style works real well for superhero books, but the artist really has a good sense of perspective and angles, so you don't just have boring static flat images. You actually have dynamic panels that flow well and are sequentially very, very masterfully done. So although I don't like the style, I do respect the artist's talent, because this is really well done for the style that it's in. It's just not a style I like. The color choices at first seemed a little off to me, but they did work for the scenes they were in. So the scenes in the warehouse have a certain kind of orangish look to it, and then when you see the crying guy watching the cartoon, his scenes are more black and white, and I think those scenes were very, very well done. This is actually a recommend. Despite my dislike of the art, I think the artist is incredibly talented, but the story so far is really good, and I am looking forward to reading book 2. So that's going to wrap up this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods, and as always, we hope to see you on the next one.